It's not one night stand.
Hey y'all, it's me, your girl Melissa Nicole, and today you're tuning into my Black History Month series, Black by Nature, Philly by Choice. And my guest today is Viv of
Viviane Aires Skin Wellness.
Yes, she is, and she is my personal esthetician. I love her. Okay, as you can see, get into the radiant skin, as my mother told me this morning.
I love it.
So, my first question for you today, Viv, is what inspired you to start your business and how has the journey evolved since?
What had inspired me to open my business was the vision that I always had to create a space for women where they felt welcomed, especially women of color, Black women. I have been blessed to work in amazing places, 5-star levels, and at times I had feedback from clients that they didn't feel welcomed to the space, and also because I'm from another culture, I'm Brazilian, so I have a different point of view when it comes to beauty and wellness. So I always felt something was missing with the ambience and experience, and also the way we professional, estheticians, licensed esthetician, we approach skin. So I have a tendency to approach skin more like I'll say like a doctor, where I ask questions to understand, the cause of your, what the skin is not balanced, if it makes sense. So I wanted to create this space, and I always envisioned the space where I'm exposing my clients to my culture. So I have Brazilian music playing. Aromatherapy is very important to me. The sensorial experience is something that has been very important to me for 2 decades because my background is also massage therapy. So the dream to create a space like a homey, welcoming space that always has been in my heart since I decided to be in this industry. Um, and the journey of being an entrepreneur, it's a emotional roller coaster, and you have to love the game. You have to love the pain and the pleasure of being an entrepreneur. If you don't, then you're not gonna make it.
Totally agree with that. And what you just said too about feeling like a doctor, that's one thing I do love about you. I feel like you take a holistic approach.
Yeah.
You're like, well, what are you eating? Are you eating this? Are you eating that? I really appreciate that. Okay. So what does being a Black owned business in Philadelphia mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. It means a lot to me because I've been in Philly for most of my American life, 24 years. And so when I opened my business in 2020, I opened in a suite environment down in Plymouth Meeting, which was closer to my home. But prior to that, before the pandemic, I was working downtown Philly. And so for me to relocate to downtown Philadelphia, it means a lot to me as a Black female entrepreneur, which it means like I've made it. This is one.
That's right.
This is one of my dreams, to be able to have a beautiful practice in downtown Philadelphia, which is, you know, the location is pretty prime, and I feel very good here. So I enjoy this. It is a lot of work, but I enjoy this, and I'm very proud of myself as I work that, embracing, celebrating my achievements through therapy, to really celebrate and embody that pride. When you achieve something, you have to nurture and feed that fire within yourself, because that is going to help you to remind yourself that entrepreneurship is a journey. It's not a destination. So smell the roses as much as you can, but when the roses are dead, you have to buy more.
That's right.
To keep smelling the roses.
Yes,
you know?
every plant.
Yeah.
Yes, you definitely do. Definitely do. And speaking of the whole roses and replanting, are there any challenges that you face as an entrepreneur, and like how did you overcome those challenges?
Yes, with entrepreneurship, you do have challenges. It's not only what you see on Instagram, you know, the glamorous life of an entrepreneur, the time flexibility is a lie because you're constantly thinking about your business. And so for me, the biggest challenge has been to understand cash flow. Cash flow has been, I've been in business this year for 5 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I am just learning about cash flow. And I have lost a lot of money making mistakes based on what I didn't know, and expect the professionals to show or teach me these, you know, the major challenges as running a business, the expenses and the the income and then profit, all of those things. You don't know, like creative people like you being, you know, Jamaican American. I'm Brazilian, so we have this kind of. We were talking about that before we were recording this. You always had that thing to make an extra money, or to really like using your skill as someone that likes to share what you're passionate about. And look at you doing this now. So but then there is the boring thing to deal with, the QuickBooks and the invoices and the, you know, looking at your profit and loss sheet, and you don't understand that language. So for me, the biggest struggle and also the biggest strength when you do become familiar with the numbers, there is a sense of empowerment. So that's where I am right now. I hire a different team of accountant and a bookkeeper now, and I am more familiar with what I'm doing, and then seeing the mistakes that I have made 4 years. Within that 4 years, do something better this year.
Awesome, yeah. Awesome. Especially loving the immigrants, because as you've mentioned, that I am Jamaican American, so that's another thing. Just in and of itself is an accomplishment alone to come to a whole nother country and build their business ground up.
Absolutely,
like that is applause worthy.
Thank you. And you know, awesome. There is emotional and also an identity crisis with that. Because you embrace, like I chose to embrace this culture 100%, to the point that I also have emotional detachment from my culture. Brought me a lot of inner conflict. Where, you know, who am I? I'm not Brazilian. I am Brazilian in my essence, but my behavior has changed because I've been here for so long.
Oh, so you feel like you're losing a bit of your culture, would you say?
A little bit of the essence, you know, like a fire. You have that fire, and then it simmers a little bit until you add more wood or oxygen, then it brings it back. So for me, I realized that I need to go home more often to keep that fire alive. You know, so not only that, I play Brazilian music here, but being back home in my land, I've noticed that is necessary for myself.
Good. Glad you're taking the time to do that. Yeah. So what advice would you give to an aspiring Black entrepreneur looking to start their own business?
Learn QuickBooks. Learn cash flow. Learn the language of profit, loss, cash flow right away. Because the creative part, you already have it, right? And the creative is going to fly because it's you, it's your expression, right? But to maintain that business and give longevity to the business, you need to understand that your time costs money. To produce this costs money. And so when you do have an opportunity to sell that medium, then you understand, okay, if I made a certain amount, this is going towards, you know, producing this, putting some money aside to buy that camera. You know, like you have to know that. And I didn't know. I opened this business just matter of just balls,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like passionate. Like
Mm-hmm.
I understand the industry,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't understand the numbers, right? So what I will highly the best advice that I can give to inspire an entrepreneur is to learn your numbers right away. Once you're clear, like what this is what I want to do, I want to
Mm-hmm.
become a blogger, I want to sell t-shirts, I want to open my skincare practice,
Mm-hmm.
get familiar with numbers
Mm-hmm.
and the terminologies, you know, profit loss, um, uh, cash flow, and ins and outs. Because again, your personal finances will bleed into your business finances as well if you don't be
And I have another question too, like, because I know you've been expanding your team. So when would you say is like the best time for somebody to expand their team?
when you understand that the next hire has to make you money.
Mm, very good. I never thought about that. Very good.
Yeah, because you're paying
Yeah.
that person
Mm-hmm.
on a monthly basis. But if they are there just occupying space,
Mm-hmm.
then what is the point?
Mm-hmm.
And I just learned that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the hire another esthetician is expected, right?
Yeah.
But that esthetician, if I and that's what has happened before, I
Mm-hmm.
hire an esthetician, two estheticians actually.
Mm-hmm.
One was both of them were mentees,
Mm-hmm.
but one of them was assistant and then got her license to become an esthetician. The other
Mm-hmm.
one went to school for massage therapy and aesthetics. They are brand new junior estheticians, so for me, it
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, I train them and
Mm-hmm.
they will feel confident enough to promote themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and I was helping them through the business.
Mm-hmm.
But the person has to run with the ball,
Mm-hmm.
understanding that your book as an
Mm-hmm.
esthetician is your business within the
Mm-hmm.
business, right? So
Yes,
now
that makes
you
so much
need to
sense.
be on social.
Mm-hmm.
You need to tell people why they need to come to you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was a little it was frustrating for me to to see the potential, but also watch the resistance there.
Mm-hmm.
One, because maybe they were shy
Mm-hmm.
or they didn't know what they were talking about on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, I understand that not everybody feels
Comfortable.
confident on camera,
Mm-hmm.
but it's still like you can
Yeah.
show your hand. So these are the things like look. My coach used to say to me, "Hire a smile, teacher's skill."
Mm. Mm, I like that. Hire a smile, teach a skill.
Because if
Mm.
you are friendly,
Mm-hmm.
then
That could
it's
go a long
easier to
way.
learn a skill,
Yes,
right?
that's
So,
very true.
and then now for me, that's what I'm looking for,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's a great investment when you find someone that understands what you're doing and they're like, I know my strengths,
Mm-hmm.
therefore I can add value to your company.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen that into like just listening to my husband's conversation over the
Mm-hmm.
phone or seeing him in conference calls where
Mm-hmm.
the company really invest in adding value to the employees,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's how they get promoted
Yes.
because they're watching your progression. You
Mm-hmm.
get it? So I have been learning that
Mm-hmm.
and slowly integrating that into my business.
And for me personally, I feel like that also helps build morale. You know, when you're promoting from within and everything, that
Correct,
helps,
correct,
really helps with
correct.
that as well. So, what would you like to know? I'm sorry, what would you like people to know about the services that you offer?
Oh, what I would
Mm-hmm.
love people to know about my services. You can ask Melissa. No, I'm just playing. Yeah. So what I would love people to know about my services is that it's not one night stand. We're here for a good full hour 15 minutes, or at times, an hour and a half, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm the boss, I can do whatever I want. But it's different. It's more than just a facial.
Mm-hmm.
I treat it's more like skin therapy. I
Mm-hmm.
feel
Yes,
like
it is. It really is. I have gotten some great
yes,
advice.
yes,
That's
because
definitely
I
it.
am like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the treatments that we offer corrective skincare. That means that looks like microneedling, microdermabrasion, chemical peels
Mm-hmm.
that can be added into our facials. There are also packages of clinical chemical peels that is more like targeted to more severe scarring, hyperpigmentation. Let's say, for example, a woman that is about to get married and she wants to invest the next 6 months to address hyperpigmentation or scarring, then we have something that we can create and customize for her. Or even just an everyday woman that just sent, their kids to college and she wants to be an investor herself. And so we have something that we can customize, especially for you and for your consumers.
And then, did you also want to talk a little bit about the membership? Because I
Oh
love the
my
membership.
gosh, the membership! Yes, that's my baby.
I love the membership.
Yeah, so I launched the membership back in October, quietly. And then November, I start promoting even more. And thank you for being a member. So the membership is a great way for you to save money, as you and also commit to your
Yes, that's what I like it for. You don't have to worry
skin
about
wellness.
making sure you get your appointments in and everything.
And our membership is different than what you see in competitors such as Heyday and others. Again, you are under a very comfortable sheets in a warming bed. We don't do quick facials here. You get the full experience as if you're paying full price. Not only that, you have benefits in getting discount for your products, skincare products and others. And you also have discount in different services that we offer, such as waxing as well. So we have 3 tiers. We have the first tier is $145, where you get 10% off in product purchase. And then the second tier is $195, which comes with the LED, high frequency, and LED light therapy, which is amazing. And then you get 15% off in product purchase and 10% off in other services. And then we have the VIP, which is my signature treatment, that you have pretty much everything within that treatment for $245 plus 20% off in product purchase and plus 15% off in upgrades. Yes.
Nice. I just love it.
More information, you check the website.
That's right. And my last question is, are there any influential people, experiences, or moments that have shaped your journey thus far?
Oh my gosh. I have 2. My mother and Oprah.
Oh.
Yeah. So my mother is a great baker, a great cooker. She can crochet, she can paint. She's very resourceful. And I grew up watching my mother, bake bread and sell that bread and with grace and strength. And so my mother for sure. And Oprah, being a Black woman living in another country, I grew up not watching Oprah. I grew up watching sports because I played volleyball in high school. And so I really like the mindset, the American mindset. You can do whatever you want if you set your mind into it. And Oprah, being a Black woman and being highly intelligent, I strive to get to that level of understanding. So she inspires me.
So do you want to let the people know where they can find you, your website? And
you can find me on Instagram as Viviane Aires Skin. You can also find us at Viviane Aires Skin Wellness.com.
Thank you for watching and stay tuned for the rest of the series.
Ciao.
Oh, and one more thing. Here's my personal review. Hello, everyone. My name is Melissa Nicole, and I am currently here with Viv at her studio. I have been coming here for at least, I want to say, 2 years. I initially started because I had acne, thanks to COVID. However, my skin is looking beautiful now. I come here as a form of self-care and to just make sure my skin is kept intact. I want it to be the most tip-top shape because this is the first thing they see when they see me. I love coming here. I'm always greeted with a warm hug. Vivi is just an expert in skin, especially in melanated skin. That's one of the things that I really truly appreciate about her. She knows her craft very well. I learn lots while I'm here. I also get some great advice. I just truly love coming here. Thank you, Mama. Oh, love you. Love you